Greetings, Earthlings, flat earthers and globe earthers alike. I'm filming yet another video. This is going to be part 3 of my 3 YouTube videos that I just put up since 5 this morning. I woke up at 5 in the morning to change the logs of the fire because we are in Denver and I am surrounded by snow in a hot tub time machine at our boy Brian's house. Got the beautiful sunrise, and actually I'm going to change my language because it is sun. I'm calling it a sun approach, a sun come, because the sun does not rise or set. It is not, the earth is not revolving around the sun. The sun is actually small and local and moving away from us and coming towards us. So a correct terminology would be a sun come and a sun go, or a sun approach and a sun leave. So on the 2-3 prior videos, the sun was not even up yet, but you could see the lights coming around the sun. This is Denver right here. Let me zoom in. This is the city of Denver. I'm about 35 minutes west of Denver in a beautiful mountain house way up here. Very high slopes. Got the Jeep. I don't know how Nathan got that Fiat up here. Don't ask me how he did that, but I did 3 beautiful videos showing the sun coming up closer. It was way over here and you couldn't see it, but you could see this light around it. It was a small, like a dome shape. And then 30 minutes later, I filmed it again. The dome shape got a little bit bigger. And then again, the dome shape was like bigger than that 30 minutes after that. So between 5:30 and 7, I recorded these 3 videos. Now the sun is up, now the sky's blue. And the noble gases, right, as the sun has approached, the colors of the sky are dissipating now, and now it's just blue. But we are surrounded by a firmament. We are enclosed by a firmament, dome, whatever you want to call it, you know, whether it be glass, whether it be Libyan desert glass, or just water that's suspended. I don't know. We don't know. None of us have ever been there. The fact remains that we cannot leave this plane, and not an atmosphere, an plane. But the point I want to make today is that the light of the sun is following the sun, and a small local sun, and I'm going to use this rock as an example. That small local sun is coming above our flat earth like this. It's coming towards us, and that light follows it. And that is why on a sunrise or a sun approach, before the sun even shows, you see a tiny little bubble. Now if the earth was a sphere 25,000 miles in circumference, one thing we do agree on flat earth versus globe is that the earth is massive. The earth is giant. But on the flat earth, the earth is so much more massive than the sun, even 100 times larger than the sun. The sun is a tiny speck of a rock, and it's over the flat water. The sun is above us, and the sun going above us over the earth like this is responsible for the seasons. And I'm going to show you why. The sun is acting like a heat lamp. It's a heat lamp. So all the temperatures in Denver right now are getting hotter right here. Guess what, globe defenders? The temperature only gets hotter when the sun gets closer. So if the sun was 93 million miles away and the earth was, let's just say the earth is this rock. So on the globe model, the earth is a random shape rock of iron and molten metal, right? It's a random shape. On the globe model, the earth is a random shape. How does water surround this? Let me surround it in water, dip this in water, and form a perfect sphere. You get that, globe defenders? On your model suggests the earth is randomly shaped like a rock, some kind of a rock. And this water is supposed to be surrounding this earth and creating a perfect sphere. You understand how insane that sounds? That gravity is pulling water to the center of this random shaped rock and creating a perfect sphere from all the sides. And yes, it is a perfect sphere according to your fake NASA images. All of your images are fake because they all show a perfect sphere. This oblate spheroid pear Earth of Neil deGrasse Tyson, totally debunked by all the sphere pictures of Earth. But my point I'm making here The point I'm making here, if that sun is 93 million miles away, 100 times larger than this tiny little pebble of an Earth, because that's what the Earth is according to your model. According to your model, the Earth is a tiny pebble. Do you think, globe defenders, I'm gonna tilt this rock. Let me just do this right in front of the sun. I'm gonna tilt this rock, let me zoom in, 23 degrees, okay? 23 degree tilt, you get that? 23 degree tilt. Oh my God, all the seasons just changing. Oh my God, all the temperatures around the Earth are different. Oh, different seasons. You honestly think a 23 degree tilt from a sun 93 degrees, do you honestly believe that the light hitting this thing is actually gonna have different temperatures all the way around this thing? I mean, when you zoom in to the tiniest little speck of a Denver, let's just say you zoomed in on Denver on this ball, and you got so close to this ball and you saw Denver, do you honestly believe that this light 93 millions of miles away is making Denver's temperature different, Boulder's temperature different, Durango, Colorado, go down to Oklahoma, down to Texas, Dallas, Texas, where I'm from, the temperature's different. Go up north to Canada or North Dakota, Canada, all those temperatures are different. West Coast, Los Angeles, it's all hot and warm. East Coast, New York, Florida, you know, Florida's all hot and warm, and Denver's all cold. Do you honestly feel like a sun 100 times larger in diameter than this rock that's 93 million miles away is gonna change the temperature so drastically all the way around this? Every temperature, every city is completely different. Think about that, globe heads. How is that possible? I'll tell you how it's possible. The sun is tiny. This jacuzzi is my flat earth, flat oceans. Let me turn off the water. Water off. This is our flat oceans right here. And the container surrounding the jacuzzi is Antarctica. Quit asking for the edge. Stop asking for the edge. The edge wall surrounding the oceans is Antarctica. This is the wall that we're talking about. Now, beyond the wall, when you get up over this 200-foot ice wall and your tiny ass little bitty ship right here, you know, those of you that say, oh, just go to the edge and film it. No, why don't you go to the edge and you go on a ship that costs $10,000 and you climb up this wall and you go and see how far you get in sub-zero, 20, 30 degrees below zero. And let's see how you fare in your sleeping bag and your Boy Scout camping gear. Let me see how you do that. All right, so this jacuzzi wall represents Antarctica, encasing all of the waters of the ocean, which is clearly, demonstrably, obviously, verifiably, repeatably, measurably, observably flat oceans. They rise to the level, sea level. And by the way, we have 7 oceans or 7 seas. They're not 7 seas, it's all the same body of water. And we have these islands, these land masses that are poking out of the water, and that's all the continents. It's all the same water, folks. But demonstrating the sun working over the flat earth, the sun is tiny. We don't know exactly how high. There are some theories that it's 3,000 miles up. I don't know the math, but a crepuscular rays of the sun, when the rays shine down, we can't see them right now because there's no clouds. Usually when there's clouds, the crepuscular rays, boom, this is what they do. Bam! They point out like a pyramid. They shine like that. Absolutely the same exact thing what a street light would do, pointing down on the street. So the heat lamp of the sun is traveling around the earth, and the temperatures are the hottest wherever the sun is. That is the cause of the seasons. That is the cause of the different temperatures around the earth. The sun is tiny, y'all. It's a lampshade over the earth, and it is heating up the earth, and that is why in my first three videos I show that light follows the sun over a tiny, let's say this is Denver right here. My sun came over Denver like that, and it showed its lamp. I was way over here in the distance, and it came closer, and there was a little tiny bubble of light over Denver, real tiny. You know, and to us it looks big because we're tiny on this ball, or on this flat earth. Pardon my French, pardon my mishap. It's not a ball because of this water right here. The water remains perfectly flat and sea level for thousands of miles from shoreline to shoreline. From this shoreline, let's say that's an island. Let's say this is the tip of South America. This is South America, the tip of South America, and it goes into the ocean, and the ocean goes forever until the next shore, Antarctica, or the next shore, Africa over here, or Europe over here, or the United States up here. or Japan, Asia over here. That's how it works. A simple 23-degree tilt of this rock earth, a simple tilt, would have zero, you get that? Zero effect on the seasons and the temperatures on Earth if this ball was 25,000 miles in circumference and the sun was 93 million miles away, 100 times larger than the Earth. That little tilt right there does absolutely nothing for your ball theory. Seasons and temperature changes on the globe debunked, 100% debunked. I am Miguel Angel, flat earth scientist, researcher, whistleblower, and you've heard it from the eagle's nest, from the horse's mouth, on this beautiful Denver mountain ridge resort, jacuzzi style, flat smack in the globe. You're gonna wake up, globe heads. You hate us now, you hate it now, you hate the truth because it challenges, it defies everything you've ever known your entire life. We're not doing this to you to piss you off. We are teaching and sharing the truth because it is the truth and because we have been lied to. So it's time to wake up. It's time to start researching. It's time to start doing tests on your own. And if you personally have not proven the waters to curve on the top of the water, you know, or the sun is 93 million miles, I have a $20,000 bet right now to anybody who can bring your measuring tapes, bring your lasers, your telescopes, your sextants, your theodolites, whatever you want to bring to the table. You meet me in person. This challenge is to meet me, not to troll on Facebook or YouTube and write comments and from the safety of your computer screen, not to ridicule me. The second you ridicule us is the moment you destroy your argument, because ad hominem fallacies do not equate to science. If you actually engage the content and you engage us like a real man or a real woman, someone with guts, someone with a heart, someone with a spine, that's when we'll start taking you seriously. You engage me, look at me in my face, and you come meet me in Dallas, Texas, at any body of water of your choice. I challenge you to measure the distance to the sun, measure the circumference of the sun, you measure the circumference of the earth, you get a police radar scanner, or what do you call it, a speed trap scanner, one of those radar guns that clocks the speeds of things. How in God's name, in the name of Zeus's buttonhole, are you going to clock the speed of the earth at 66.6 thousand miles per hour? 666,000 miles per hour. 23.4 degree tilt equals 66.6 degree tilt on the opposite end of the 90 degree angle. 666 is all over your model. You haven't proven that. You show me evidence that the earth is tilted 23 degrees. You show that measurement that you took yourself. Show the water curving, show the measurements of the sun, and show how fast the earth is moving right now. If the earth was moving, you know, you see people doing these things where they stack rocks. I don't have an example, but you know how they stack the rocks on top of each other and they're just stack, and it'd be like a tall, really tall stack of rocks, like a bunch of them. And you're telling me that, and then this water is, if I wasn't moving, it would be perfectly still and flat, and the reflection of the water would be perfectly flat. And you're telling me we're flying 500,000 miles per hour. Folks, a speeding bullet out of a gun fires at 1,700 miles per hour. For perspective, firing a gun, can you yourself follow with your eyes that bullet? Can you follow that? Can you see that? No, you can't. The only way you can is, I'm a former U.S. Marine, trained with scout snipers, stay platoon snipers, no Coriolis effect. There's no adjustment at all. And I'll be talking about that at the conference as well. Where was I going with the point? A bullet travels at 1,700 miles per hour. The only way you'll ever see a bullet flying is with a tracer round. In the military, they give us tracer rounds for at night. So every like 10 or every 15 rounds is a tracer round. It's got this glowing like powder dust, like gunpowder, like powder that's flammable, and it fires. As soon as you fire the round goes downrange, and it goes, and you can see it because it's flaming with the red the red tracer. It leaves a tracer line so that you can see it. That's the only time you can ever see a bullet. But the point is, if you can't even follow a bullet speed, how could you even conceive of let's say a rocket ship leaving the atmosphere at 25,000 miles per hour? When you watch a rocket launch, it's like going slow as dirt. It's like going really slow. And that's really slow. There ain't no 17,000, 25,000 miles per hour. The ISS and all its big clunky solar panels, and it's just odd shape. It's not even as aerodynamic as an airplane. How is that thing withstanding the insane ludicrous speeds of 17,000 miles per hour going around the earth? How can you visually see something going that fast? You can't conceive of that. If you can't conceive of a bullet flying at 1,700 miles per hour, you cannot conceive of the ISS traveling 17,000 miles per hour. And that's a fact. That's the honest truth. And then let's go to the 66.6 thousand Earth flying the 500,000 miles per hour sun. You can't prove that. And my challenge to you is $20,000 cash on the table. You bring me the money to match mine, and you show me your evidence. And if you can't do that, the Earth is flat, and I win $20,000, baby. There you go. Flat Earth Denver Conference. Looking forward to meeting you all there. Please subscribe to my channel. Like, comments on the videos. If you are a troll, if you are coming here to ridicule and slander me or throw insults or ad hominem, your comment won't even be read. I won't even engage you. I will delete you and block you immediately. No one will hear your screams of despair, globeheads. Try me. Try me with the insults and the ridicule. You got nothing. You prove to yourself that you have zero argument. When you throw a temper tantrum, you pee in your pants, and you start kicking and screaming, that means you got nothing. That means I'm challenging you to a depth of perspective beyond your capability of seeing the grander picture, and you refuse to see the grander picture. So it challenges everything you've been trained to learn, that you've been trained to know, that you've been indoctrinated with, your programming. It challenges your programming, and therefore you get upset because you cannot stand that we would ask such questions, that we would dare to challenge that your government-funded mainstream schooling narrative, your indoctrination. Folks, if you're seeing it on the mainstream media, it ain't real. These fake shootings, these fake massacres are not real. I'm sure the Vegas one was more planned and more people died on that one, but they certainly had a Manchurian candidate. They certainly staged it. They're certainly staging all these fear propaganda for gun control. Folks, I don't want any more of your prayers. I'm done with your prayers. I want gun control. Folks, it's in your faces. Agenda 21, right in your faces. Research. Knowledge is power. Now, what you do with that knowledge is even more power, is infinite power. Blessings to all. Peace to all. The earth is flat and the sun is small and local. Part 4 of this video, winding down. Peace.